Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. It's Brando Linick here, coming to you from my home. And I know you're looking for how to write a business plan for a bakery. And although I haven't started a bakery, I've got some ideas and pointers that I can share with you that relate to the principles and mechanics of just mapping out a business plan and what you got to know, having started different businesses before over the last 3 years. So if you want to stick around and just listen to some of these ideas, cool. If not, that's totally fine. I will be sharing with you just some of my personal experience also when it comes to mapping out a lucrative business plan, alright? Not necessarily tied down to a bakery, but just in general. So it can save you a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But that said, with a bakery business, looking at operating a bakery, alright? Doing this in a storefront. It could be just a small little storefront. The idea is looking at where you are and where you want to be. So with a bakery, typically, just from what I know going into bakeries, and this is just ideas I'm going to share with you flowing from my head, having mapped out different business plans for myself where you're dealing with supplies, equipment, employees. Essentially what you want to do is take on location. Alright, location is going to be one of the biggest key factors for you when it comes to starting a bakery business. I mean, if you're on the west end of your city and you're out in the middle of nowhere, right on the outskirts, you're not going to get as much business, because even if it's on a busy street, you may not get people stopping there, because a lot of people aren't going to drive all the way to the outskirts of your city, stop and buy stuff from your bakery unless it's really good. But how will people know that it's good if it's somewhere where, you know, it's not busy, all right? Or if it's somewhere where nobody goes, okay? So you got to keep that in mind. So location is very key. Writing out a business plan, you're looking at how much everything's going to cost for you and how much you're going to be paying out every single month, every single week, what's your yearly expenses, how much you have to turn a profit for, all right? You want to get a good idea and map out a business plan on how much you need to profit to create your income and your dream lifestyle, to buy your home, to do the things that you want to do, to pay off your mortgage and debts, all right? So when it comes to mapping out a business plan for a bakery, location, very key. Like I said, very first thing. Aside from that, your equipment and your supplies, your inventory space. If you're going to have a big inventory space, that's going to determine how much production you're going to be able to do in and within your bakery. What type of bakery you're looking at doing. There's different types of bakeries out there. There's just cupcakes, desserts, small pastries. Are you going to do them all? Or are you going to do specifics? Okay, it's very key that you know that. From there on out, are you going to need help? Are you going to hire an employee, full-time, part-time? What can you afford? All right, how much are they going to cost you every month, every year? All right, just adding up the figures is very important for you, because you want to know how much of yourself and your time and your energy you're going to invest, and get a good idea of time. Time is very key. A lot of people don't keep this in mind. Just add up on average what you think you're going to have to put into your business. 80 hours a week, 100 hours a week, it's going to be somewhere around that ballpark, because you are the owner. You got to be the first one there, last one to leave, clean up stuff. So you got to keep that in mind. And then investment wise, add up your figures for the year, all right, and then determine how many customers you're going to need based on what it is you're offering in your bakery, all right. Just give ideas for yourself, all right. Write out facts. If it's a cookie you're making out of your bakery or a cake, how much would you sell that for, all right? Just an idea. You want to imagine this. You don't actually have to have it down, but imagine how much you would sell that cake for. If it's $50 for a cake, all right, and your overhead is like $200,000 for the whole year to operate and function the business to get it started, and then after that in the second year the whole overhead, because you pay that off, is only like $20,000 or $30,000, then you need to sell a lot of cakes. You need to come up with these ideas and just get an idea of how much it's going to cost you to cover that overhead and create an income for yourself. So that's what it comes down to when it comes to business planning and with a bakery. I hope this helps you guys out. If you have any more questions on it, comment down below. But like I said in this video, I wanted to share with you what I believe and what I found to be, this has nothing to do with baking or starting a bakery, but what I found to be the most lucrative way to map out a business plan and make money, to build your own business and make your own income. And that is learning to build a business in a way where you don't have to go through that headache of planning. If you're wanting to build a business to be your own boss, it's the best thing you could do, especially if it's just that. If you have a passion for baking, then go with what I just shared with you in the planning section. But if you're looking at this to make an income, to build a business where you can do the things that you want to do without having someone breathe down your neck, then learn to do this in a leveraged fashion, without supplies, without equipment, without employees. And the only way I can share with you in this video to do that when it comes to planning out businesses is learn to leverage the internet. Learn to build a business through the internet and technology, where you don't have to have supplies, equipment, employees, where you can use technology to do the heavy lifting for you, where you don't have to go through those headaches. So that's just my tip. It wasn't until I transitioned from traditional to an internet business that I really had a sigh of relief. It's not to say that it's going to be an easy road for you. You do have to learn stuff. You do have to put in work, a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it in the long run where you don't have to manage and maintain people and places. So that's just my overview. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you would like to learn how to do this, how to build a business and income on the internet, if it's something that sparks your interest, you can always check out my site for more information. It's 123marketingtips.com. I'll put a link in the description below, and I will see you on the beach of the world. Take care.